Hey y'all. Today on the couch, I want us to talk about purpose. Purpose is so important in our lives. If you don't know, it took me 27 years to find my true purpose. And I was sitting down today while I was at work, and I kind of had like a full circle moment, and I'm like, Angel, you've been knowing what your purpose is since high school, but you're just not really tapping into it. And if only one person sees this video and is inspired and motivated by this video, I know that my work here is done. So let me ask you, what is your purpose in life? What were you placed here on this earth to accomplish? What do you love to do? Oftentimes when we're young, the question that we ask that we ask our kids is, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? And half the times we just say anything. For myself, I said, I want to be a pediatrician. I want to be a pediatrician because I loved kids. But that's all I knew that I wanted to be. Now that I'm older, I'm like, I don't want to be a pediatrician, but that was just something that I loved, which was kids. And it took me so long to get to the point that I am at now. Here's a prime example. Straight out of high school, went to college, didn't know what I wanted to go to college for. I went because I thought that was the normal thing to do. Ended up going to Mississippi State, which was out of state for me because I'm from Louisiana, I'm from New Orleans, and ended up with out of state fees, having to drop out of college because my parents couldn't afford it. And I have this bill still attached to my name because I thought college was the thing to do. I couldn't go to college. So I'm like, I want to go back to college. What can I do? I joined the Army. I'm like, well, I can just get in the Army. They'll pay for school. Ended up getting in the Army, and my recruiter lied to me, which I should have did my research, but I was young. I was, 18 years old. Now I'm enlisted in the Army. Okay. Got back. I was in the Army National Guard. Didn't really like that. Okay, so I became a correctional officer. Did that for a couple years. Didn't like that. Moved to Texas. Didn't know what I was going to do when I came to Texas. Me and my husband, we just up and moved. He was my boyfriend at the time. We came to Texas, and I'm like, okay, Angel, what are you going to do? Ended up being a CNA. I hated it. When I say hated it, I literally would come home from work, sit in a bed and cry and tell my husband, I cannot do this. I hate it. It's not for me. Sat there and cried. Okay, what is my next move? I became a security guard. I'm like, I need some type of income coming in. So I sat there, was a security guard, and I ended up getting moved up into the company in which I was securing. I became the receptionist. I was the receptionist until I was laid off in March. So I literally just started doing things. In the midst of that, I started Love Talk because I had my son and I needed an outlet. I just felt like I was alone when it came to postpartum, living out of state with no family, having a baby. This is new. What do? I started Love Talk, and Love Talk has evolved so much. And in that time, I reached out to my husband's cousin, and I'm like, I want to talk to young girls. I want to tell them about self-love and self-care, what it means to be a queen. So I ended up speaking at a high school to some young girls. COVID came, so I wasn't able to go back. I'm hoping to go, I will be going back to speak to some young girls in high schools and middle schools to empower them and encourage them to be the best version of themselves, to love themselves, to have that confidence when they walk in the room, to show them how worthy they are. That is my purpose. My purpose is communicating. I am such a good communicator. I know how to make a person feel comfortable, to open up. I sit and talk to people and they're like, Angel, I have never shared this with anybody. I have never told anybody this. People come on Love Talk and the reviews are, I was so comfortable. You made me feel so comfortable. My purpose is communicating. I love helping people discover the power within, showing people that anything is possible. Truth be told, I should have been quit Love Talk. I don't make money doing Love Talk. Love Talk is hard. It is hard. I have 2 young kids. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. The Wi-Fi at my house sucks. So which means I have to go by my brother, by my sister-in-law to record with my 2 kids. I still have a 9 to 5. Well, I work 6 to 2, but I still work every day. I'm a full-time mother, a full-time wife, I have a full-time job. So I work from home, but I still have to watch my kids. I still do Love Talk. I should have been quit Love Talk, but this is my purpose. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. I have other things in the work that are outside of Love Talk, but it all comes together and it is my purpose. So I'm asking you today, what is your purpose? What were you placed on this earth to do? It's in you, y'all. It is in you. It's nowhere else but inside of you. Tap into it. Quick story. Full circle moment. I did all these things trying to find my purpose, and I'm right back to where I started. In high school, every senior had to take a speech class, which is like public speaking, a speech class, and I loved it. I loved going up there talking about whatever the topic we had to talk about. I was so good at it that the teacher, Ms. Moss, shout out to you, Ms. Moss, she asked me to say the Pledge of Allegiance in front of the whole school at an event. I loved it. I was the captain of the cheerleading team. I love to project my voice. I love to talk, to just communicate. I love it. In high school, me and my best friend Chris, shout out to you, Chris, we said that we're going to have a talk show called The Chris Angel Show, and we actually recorded it on my computer. I don't know where that computer is. If I ever find it, I would just be the happiest person alive. But it took me back to what I'm doing now, doing Love Talk, mentoring young girls, helping people find the power within. It takes me right back to high school when I was in Ms. Moss's speech class, when I enjoyed being behind the podium talking. So that's why I ask you, what do you love to do? What gives you joy? That is your purpose. That is your purpose. We have to tap into our purpose. I don't believe everybody was put here. We were put here to work all of our lives for somebody else, doing their dreams and their aspirations, and to die and not fulfill our own purpose. And I'm not saying everybody needs to be an entrepreneur. That is not what I'm saying. Find your purpose and live in your truth. Live in your truth. Now, if you reach the end of this video, I need your help. This is my dream. This is my passion. This is what I love to do, my purpose. But I really do need some help. I built a Love Talk family, a community here that supports Love Talk. And half the time, I didn't even know that a lot of people really watch Love Talk. Because I have to be honest with y'all, I get discouraged sometimes because I feel as though people aren't watching Love Talk and people aren't really, responding like I thought they would respond. But guess what? I had to bring it on in and remind myself, Angel, if one person sees your talk show, if it's just you and the guests, that is something that is bigger than you. So the numbers and the likes and the all this, I had to draw back from that because that's not the important part. The important thing for me is helping people on the guest standpoint share their story so that their story can inspire somebody else who may be struggling in an aspect in which they have overcome or are overcoming. So if one person sees this video, if two people sees this video, my job here is done. I'm moved by that. So like I said, I need some help. Love Talk is my passion. Love Talk is a dream of mine, to be on the big screens one day, to inspire a mass of people. But I need help. I need to raise $1,000 in about 10 days, and I need your help. If you can help me by donating anything, there's nothing too big, there's nothing too small, to help me reach my goal, reach my dreams, take Love Talk to a whole nother level, I will be greatly appreciated. All you have to do, I take CashApp, Venmo, Zelle, anything like that. I'll put all that down below. If you can help your girl out, I will be forever grateful. Just remember that Love Talk is here for the people. I do this because I love to inspire people. I should have been quit. The voices in my head tell me, Angel, why are you doing this? Nobody watches. Quit, quit, quit. But I push on. As a full-time wife, a full-time mother, a full-time 9-to-5. I love doing this. And I thank you for watching Love Talk. I thank you for even just engaging with Love Talk, but I need your help. All you have to do is look down below. That's where you can donate. And we're just going to continue to move forward. So through all of this, discover your purpose, live in your truth, and remember to believe in yourself.